according to Andy, he has a perfectly normal explanation for why he wasn't at work all day. Get this. He says he simply left work because he had to go pick up some cocaine from a dealer. I mean, naturally, right? He told the police that he was gone for 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Not very long at all, according to him. But through all of this, even though it is a very weird admission to the police, Andy apparently keeps forgetting that police can literally just ask his coworkers if this version of his story is true. And what do you know? His coworkers told the police that that wasn't actually true. He wasn't gone 90 minutes to 2 hours. He was actually gone for more like 5 hours, from about 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And he gets back at roughly, it's probably 2:45.
So he was going a while. Four, almost 5 hours.
So the police went back to Andy again and told him they had caught him in a lie. Not only had his coworkers contradicted him, but they also had surveillance footage showing he wasn't at work for those hours. And first he was like, okay, yeah, my bad. It was actually around 5 hours. You're right. Must have just, lost track of time. And then to explain why he was gone for so long, he changed up his story again.
What if I told you that I know you weren't that Snowtail and you didn't buy drugs off anybody that day? See what I'm getting at? Okay. We went from this story to this story. Now we're going to get a third story. Okay. This is one of these times you really need to think of what you're telling me. Okay. Because you're not being honest. Remember what I told you about being honest? And I'm not going to just throw shit at you. Okay. I'm not here to do that to you. I'm not going to insult you in any way, shape, or form. Please don't do that to me. Okay. I know you weren't there. Okay. I know you didn't buy drugs off your cousin, and I know you didn't use them in that parking lot that day. Okay? Where did you go when you left?
Went to my house to get the drugs.
Okay.
I already had them in my house.
Okay.
I already told Chantel.
Okay.
I still want to tell you I had them in my house.
So you left to drive back to get drugs, to come back to your job site. Okay. Where was she at when you went home?
Who?
Chantel.
She's at work.
Okay. So nobody's home at that time?
Nobody.
Okay, where are drugs at in your house when you go back to get them?
Outside.
Where at?
Outside.
Whereabouts outside?
Right there by the, if you go underneath my little, there's a shed, underneath my little porch, there's some beds, frames sitting there, brown bed frames behind there.
Okay. So you go back home, you use your drugs, and then you go back to work, and then what?
That was it.
I'm just telling you the whole part about you being honest.
I'm being honest with you. I told you. I didn't even want to tell you.
You're being somewhat honest. I mean, we're doing some polling to get some information about some drug activity, which us, I don't even give two shits about. But yet we're having trouble pulling that out of you.
Because I was worried about the remains out there.
And I told you I don't care about that.
I didn't say that.
You told us about the drug activity, 2 nights ago? Did I arrest you for it?
When investigators talked to Andy's coworkers, they told them something else that was very interesting. Apparently, Andy had told one of those coworkers that he was leaving work to meet with some girl.